All right, we are back. It is day 3. So, day 3 is all about social media. So, day 3 is your day to re engage with your social media audience. So many podcasters that I know are not consistent about posting about their episodes. They're not consistent about engaging with their folks that are following them or engaging with them. And they're just not consistent about really trying to connect with their audience members. So today is about re-engaging with that. So there's a couple things that I wanted to point out. I know that people feel like social media is a big black box of despair. Let's change that. So you have to make it fun and enjoyable for yourself. So there's one way that I tell clients to do this, and I wanted to share it with you as a way that you can use for your social media engagement. So it is the create and engage cycle. So if you hate being on social media, you just like really don't want to be on there as much as possible, totally understand, got it. The create and engage cycle is essentially creating in the morning or when you feel most fresh or most creative. So some people that's at night, some people that's in the morning. So just carving out time on your actual schedule in which you're going to create promotional materials or just things for your actual social media. And then in the afternoon or when you feel like the most excited about connecting with other people is when you'll engage with other folks. So use that create and engage cycle. Just even if you do 15 minutes in the morning or whenever your brain is feeling most creative, and then 15 minutes later in the afternoon. And so in the engage part of that cycle, it's time to reply to comments, reply to DMs, DM people, and engage on stories, things like that. So that is the first recommendation there. The second thing I will say, and is a big time saver, but starts conversations with your new followers, is using what we call saved replies. So on your Instagram messaging portion, there is an opportunity to essentially write templates or saved notes that you can send to someone. So if someone just followed you, you can just tap that saved reply and say, hey, love that you're here. What made you hit that follow button? Tell me a little bit about what's bringing you joy right now. Whatever your canned intro wants to be, that's what you should do. So I just say that not to say, let's become robotic and not have engaging conversations. That's just to save you time. And then once that person responds, obviously you want to engage with them during your engage portion of your cycle. So that's another recommendation. The third recommendation is just using time limits on your phone. I know on the iPhone, there's time limits for particular apps and then overall at different times during the day. So try to utilize those and stick to them as much as possible. And then the other two things that make this more fun, I think, is asking questions to your audience or to your message, people who are DMing you or you are DMing, that you're genuinely curious about. Like, what do you actually want to know about this person that just followed you? The last thing is ask your audience what they want to hear more from you. So it might be that you've had a lot of interviews with a similar type of person recently, and to you, maybe you just didn't think about that. And so maybe they can offer up some recommendations on different types of topics that they want to hear from or different types of people that they want to see interviewed on this particular podcast. So it's a great way to get insight from them and make your podcast better as well. And you're also making them feel like you really care what their input is, because you do. So that's day 3. Go forth and figure out what works for you for your calendar, for your create and engage cycle, and then figure out how to do those saved replies if that's something that you think will be helpful and a time saver for you. And then just start getting curious. Reframe your thinking around social media and make it what you want it to be for your particular show. All right, let me know how it goes. Either reply to this email or you can tag me on Instagram at Podcast Nerdery. Whatever you want, I'd love to see your progress, and I'll see you back here for day 4.